Hey, welcome. This is just an ad hoc live session where we will discuss one very interesting topic, which is how much should I budget for Facebook advertising? So, this is one of the most frequently asked questions coming from our clients as well as our class participants. I mean, especially if those who are just about to start to plan to go for Facebook advertising, usually most of the people will have this question, which is how much is enough? How much should I just put aside for Facebook advertising? And what should I be expecting and how should I measure? So a lot of questions actually followed by this very simple question. However, let's take a look at how should we really define and how should we find a good balance about how much is to spend and how much is enough. Now, for those who are watching this live session, welcome. This is Jason. I'm from TribeUp. TribeUp has two parts of businesses. We manage Facebook ads campaign for clients, and at the same time, we also run classes teaching people effective Facebook advertising. We have been doing this as an agency since 2010 and as an academy since 2016. So basically, this is a series of Facebook advertising FAQs where we want to put together to help people better understand Facebook advertising before we jump right into whatever, the Facebook advertising, whatever you call it. It's like, it's kind of like a thing that a lot of people kind of nervous about, but it's really not that complicated. It's quite straightforward. So back to the question, how much should I budget for Facebook advertising? Now, the way I will answer this question, if you are my client, if you are in this meeting, I will be asking, how much do you wish to make? Put it this way, it actually, whatever advertising it is, not just Facebook advertising, whatever advertising it is, we always come back to the return on advertising spend because that's the KPI and that's the benchmark that you should be paying a lot of attention into. Say, for example, your ROAS is, what is return on advertising spend? How much are you getting back in return by the amount that you're spending? So say for example, if you're spending spending 100 ringgit and then in profit you get back 150 ringgit. So if you calculate by ROAS, that's 150 divided by 100, that's ROAS of 1.5. Now 1.5 is actually golden. Put it this way, in my opinion, any advertising that brings you back ROAS 1 is good. So if you're spending 100 ringgit to get back 100 ringgit in profit, you are actually golden as you should drive all the way. Why? You see, you are not getting this 100 ringgit back in return. After you spend this 100 ringgit, you're not reaching only 1%, which, in return you get back 100 ringgit. You're probably reaching another 1,000 people, 10,000 people, which they have seen your advertisement, but they are yet to become your customer. So that's one part, which is, I call them the unconverted prospects. At the same time, those people who bought from you, I believe most of the businesses, these people who become a customer, you will have your own way to actually increase their customer lifetime value, to cross-sell, to upsell, to whatsoever, to increase the amount that you're getting back from each customer. So you need to look back at your customer lifetime value. If the CRV is good, then of course everything is good. Then the next thing that we'll be looking at is the referrals. So if you provide good services and good product to all these customers that you have converted, of course the word of mouth will help you bring in more people. So if you're not even getting ROAS 1, which is return on advertising spend 1, okay, you need to look at all these other considerations, which is your unconverted prospects will bring you future sales, because not everybody will need your business right now as we are looking at your advertisement, okay? Especially when it comes to Facebook, almost nobody will buy from you the first time they see your ad, so it's very important to have that in mind. So you also need to work on your customer lifetime value, which is the repeat sales, as well as your referral, which these are the few aspects that you want to take into your consideration. So in my opinion, as long as you are having ROAS of 1 or more than 1, you should drive your budget all the way. But yet again, of course, we do understand that when it comes to new businesses or whatever businesses, when they are new to Facebook, they need a benchmark to start. Now, when it comes to Facebook advertising, the minimum spend is 3 ringgit a day. 3 ringgit a day. Now we are still maintaining that 3 ringgit a day per ad set, which means if you are really conservative, you can spend as low as 3 ringgit a day to kickstart. So I strongly recommend that you at least kickstart something, because from there, you probably scale, I mean, I would say 3 is a bit too low. Let's start with maybe 10 ringgit a day. And then from there, you have a better, you need to work out the funnel. You see, a lot of times we are not able to just come in and plug a number for you, because you really need to look at, let's say, after you advertise for a while, what is the funnel like? So say for example, you need to get X amount of reach by reaching maybe 1,000 people, and then to get 100 people to click to your website, out of which you will get 1 conversion. So in order to get 1,000 people, you need to spend how much? We always will actually run some tests and at least some test campaigns to come out with the data, and then eventually with this 1 customer, are we paying off for the amount that we are spending to get these 1,000 people to see our advertisement? So that's how we derive. So there is no right or wrong answer. I would say at the moment, because Facebook advertising is getting more and more expensive, not because it's actually powerful, it's also because everybody is jumping into Facebook advertising, because it's really the place that you need to be there to find your customers. Put it this way, we have 30 million population in Malaysia. On Facebook users itself, we already have 25 million. So the question is, now everybody is advertising. Now the question is, how do you advertise effectively? That's why if you are new to Facebook advertising, and if you have friends who are new to Facebook advertising, please share this with them. And then we will have more and more live sessions like this coming up. I hope to do more often, because previous weeks we have been very busy. In fact, we have just soft launched our online class, which is it's a very specific class. As a first class, it's a very specific class for beginners. So it's called Facebook Advertising Fundamentals for Beginners. I'll leave a link in the comment later. We are giving away a very special exclusive launch 50% discount. So it's a self-paced, it covers important fundamentals to help you get started only if you're new. Even though if you're not new, you can actually go in and take a look at the syllabus covered. If you think this is worth it, please share with your friends, okay? So I will do more sessions, and of course, as usual, we will recommend, we welcome questions. You can either drop me a message, or you can actually just comment below, and we will actually cover your questions in our future live sessions. Okay, I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you for watching. Remember to click follow and get notification so that you'll be notified whenever we go live in the future. We talk soon. Thanks.